Hi everyone, and welcome to Heal Endometriosis Naturally with Wendy K Laidlaw. Wendy has spent the last 2 years helping women with various stages of endometriosis to heal naturally after putting her condition into remission. After her own healing success from stage 4 endometriosis and adenomyosis, she's inspired to heal others, and her goal is to help some of the 175 million women know that there is another way other than painkillers, drugs, or surgery. This is the place to be for real talk with real people for real results, so you can learn how to heal your endometriosis naturally. Please note that the opinions expressed in this program may represent options, but are not a substitute for proper medical care. Before starting any new healthcare program, we recommend you consult with a health professional.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Wendy K Laidlaw here from Heal Endometriosis Naturally, the EndoBoss Academy, and the Heal Endometriosis Naturally Institute. Yes, you've heard me add on some extra additions to helping you to help yourself, and also even consider what your next move in your career might be. And hopefully that might be working with me to share my vision to help create the world's leading training organization for endometriosis health coaches. So if that's of interest to you, then please do email support@healendometriosisnaturally.com and I can share more with you there. But today is a really exciting day. As promised, I said that I would have an interview with yet another woman with endometriosis who has successfully put it into remission. Sharing these stories, to say they give me joy is an understatement. It really solidifies and solidates for me why I do what I do, and I hope above all else that this inspires you into taking action on a different path, at least trying this route. But I hope that this interview today really inspires you. And if you're at that point, and we know we've all been there, where you feel like giving up and you think there's nothing else out there, then please do not despair. There is absolutely another way. But before I let you hear from this lady Mojca herself, I thought I'd just give you a little bit of background to her, so that you can really get a sense of where she's come from. And then, as I say, you'll hear in her own words. So this beautiful lady's name is called Mojca Drofanic, and she is 29 years old from Slovenia. She is a successful self-employed yoga instructor with a thriving practice in Slovenia. She actually joined the 21-day challenge in February when endometriosis had totally taken over her life and her body. When Mojca started the 21-day challenge, she shared with the group how she had endured severe pelvic pain for years, I think over 5 years, and had been told by her doctors and surgeons that she may require a hysterectomy. She says, the doctors said they wanted to cut 1/3 of my cervix away and a lot of other tissue and other parts of my stomach. I was so scared. They offered her no other suggestions. Mojca was put on contraceptives, which increased her painful symptoms and caused her to bleed all the time, every single day. She was floored by the pain and inflammation every month, with heavy bleeding, clots, and even blood from her back passage. In fact, you'll hear in her interview how she says that she only ended up having 5 days a month that she was actually able to walk around. All the other days, she was bedridden and in terrible pain. So while struggling day upon day with anxiety and her insufferable pain, which prevented her from working on the days leading up to and around her ovulation and menstruation, this naturally caused her great anxiety, financial worry, and stress. The endometriosis pain had also prevented her from playing with her young son, traveling, and being able to make plans socially. So Mojca decided that she wanted to try and find her own solutions on a different pathway, and a new journey with Heal Endometriosis Naturally began with me. And that journey began with a 21-day challenge to becoming an unstoppable EndoBoss. Now, initially, it really was a challenge for Mojca to put herself first, to pay attention to her thoughts and feelings, to be aware and work at this new healthy habits, which we were encouraging her to develop, which were required to start on this new journey and pathway. However, by the end of the 21 days on the challenge, with the daily coaching from me and support and guidance, making herself a priority, which came naturally and without guilt towards the end, Mojca's anxiety, she had noticed, had disappeared, and this background fear that always seemed to sit with her. And she loved the new daily tasks and tools. The tools started to nourish her on a deep emotional level and helped her to increase her awareness about her body, but without the overwhelm. The 21-day challenge gave Mojca more light and hope than she'd had in years. Most importantly, support and a pathway to start healing naturally with someone who knew exactly what she was going through and had been through, but had already conquered endometriosis condition and put it in remission, i.e. me. Mojca then took a further leap of faith when she was lucky enough to be offered by me a place in the 12-week foundation program, which is an online program. As she started this additional commitment, her focus was gently guided through addressing the 5 Ps, or the 5 poisons, which are produce, products, property, people, and past. And within a few weeks, small but impactful changes were starting to be made and felt. Then the next step was to address the emotional past and people elements, which was covered in more depth in the 10-week advanced program. Now, 7 months later, Mojca has successfully achieved her original goal and put her endometriosis into remission. I referred back to her original opening questionnaire in the foundation program, and she ticked symptoms along the lines of bleeding for 14 to 16 days, blood clots, lower back pain, frequent urination, pain on urination, pain with bowel movements, constipation, painful intercourse, chronic fatigue, candida, cysts, endometriosis, dragging sensation down legs, pain in vagina, pain in rectal vaginal area, inflammation in hips, stomach inflammations. And now all these things have gone. Now, 7 months later, as I say, she's achieved her original goal and put her endometriosis into remission. Her dreams have come true, and she has said herself, she's healed all inflammation, reduced all pain, healed her intestines, healed all the big endometriosis tissue, improved and strengthened her immune system. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, frightened, stuck, worn down by the medical machine, which may have patronized you, chastised you, scared you, and maybe even made you sicker, well, what have you got to lose? Nothing, absolutely nothing. Because I'm so confident that you will love all the tools and support in the 21-day challenge, which only costs £79. It has a massive value, which is valued over £3,000, that I even offer on a 7-day money-back guarantee. And my aim is to support, encourage you just to get started. One tiny, incy, wincy, small step at a time. I remember what it was like to be in your position wherever you are now, and you know I'm talking to you, and it's terrifying, it's scary. You go to these people that you think are going to help you, and A, they don't understand, and B, if you're getting worse, that's even more frightening. But if you do it slowly, and my motto is slow is fast, that actually builds confidence and reassurance that you need to get right now. The famous quote describes it best: the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. And the 21-day challenge has been lovingly and carefully crafted just to allow that, allow those first steps to happen. It is that first step for a woman with endometriosis, like you, who has been left feeling lost and abandoned and alone by the very people and professionals who were supposed to help you and heal you. Now, our growing movement of endobosses, of women who have come through my online programs and becoming a boss of their endometriosis, that they have renamed themselves an EndoBoss. And we would love you to join us. If you listen to Mojca's testimonial and you really resonate with you, allow this to seep into you, to feel into you, journal about it, meditate on it, but absolutely take that leap of faith. As one member in our Facebook group stated recently on the group, ladies, welcome to the best gang in the world. This process will change your life in ways you cannot imagine yet. Here's to feeling better than you've ever felt in years. Enjoy the journey. You were supported and loved every step of the way. And then I'll leave you with the last few words that Mojca herself emailed me a few weeks ago before she came on and did the live testimonial with me. So thank you, Wendy. I've learned so much during the last months. This will change my life forever. Today is my first day of my period, and I feel so much better than I did a year ago. Thank you so much, and I look forward to the interview. And that interview is available now. But until I speak to you again next week, please know that you can become part of a growing family of women who are empowering themselves in a new and positive way. And ultimately, I can't wait to meet you to help you get started on your way too. So here's Mojca from Slovenia. Please do reach out. Let me know what you think of her story. I'd love to hear from you. Email me direct at wendy@healendometriosisnaturally.com and let me know your thoughts. And equally, I look forward to meeting you soon on one of my programs. Until then, here's Mojca's interview.
Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
You're looking gorgeous. You're looking so fresh and light and bright, and yeah, you look amazing.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Thank you. How are you feeling?
I'm great because I decided to take a day off so that I can spend it with myself.
Awesome. That's fantastic.
Sorry, it's one of the things that you learned me. Yeah, and it's very similar with if you compare yourself with other people.
Yeah.
You think, why am I so strange? Why I'm not like them? Why I always have to feel so many things? So many things are making me nervous or something. So before you struggle with the things you don't know why.
Yeah.
Now after the program, you realize things, you like accept them, and it's much easier to live. So I'm grateful that I was a part of this program because I've learned so much. And I think that at the end of the advanced program, the life wanted to suck me back in with all the things I wanted to do, I should be doing, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and immediately okay, now stop because it's not worth it. So we should always be number one. It's true. In January, I was not feeling like anything can help me after so many years and so much pain, and the doctors could not help me. As I told you, the one who should be doing the surgery at the end told me that she would do it only if I was like about to die.
Yeah.
Because they would have to cut so many parts of my abdomen. And I feel very glad the things happened like they did. First I got pregnant. We did not plan it, but it gave me time, and then I met you. So now life is so much different because I know, although I can, like I said, when the life wanted to suck me back in, I did not feel weak. I knew I had the tools, I knew what I had to do, and now I'm getting back on. So it's this feeling of having the control. This means so much. Otherwise I would be anxious, I would be depressed again. But now I'm not, because I know I have the tools I can use, and I know I can achieve it because I've been there. So it's so much easier. And I feel so much, I feel free. I could not feel before. So I'm very, very grateful and thankful for everything I've learned. Every single thing helps me. So I'm so happy that I've learned so many new things. It's easier when you really get to know yourself, your thoughts, and this program is not easy, but it's worth it. It's very hard to change so many habits in your life, eating habits, how you express your emotions and everything. But we did go slow enough that it was manageable, and it was that we could feel the effect of every single thing we did. So, and now I truly believe that our thoughts are the one who lead us to new habits lead us to new feelings lead us to some new reality. So this is what we can change. And although sometimes it's hard, I think keeping ourselves number one, just knowing that no one else will do this instead of us, only we can do it. And just taking time and respect ourselves. is the most important thing. So just give yourself the opportunity to get better, because I see that many women are not sure if they want to try it or not to try it, because they don't know what to be, if it will happen, help them or not. But in a condition like mine, when it was so bad, I didn't have any other choice, just stay in pain or try anything that comes. And I did. I tried everything, and this honestly is the only thing, the only program that helped. So if you don't try it, you don't know it, like I said before, and you really cannot lose a lot.
Yeah.
You maybe can lose some money, but if you are doing the program, I'm sure you will not lose anything, just gain.
Yeah.
This is my opinion, because I know how hard it is when you don't see the solution, when no one can really help you. Doctors don't really know what is happening, how can they help you. So I hope I can give you some faith that this is working.
Absolutely. Well,
so in 6 months I finally got some weight, so I'm so happy. And my immune system is much better, my hair looks much better, my skin, my wrinkles, I don't have wrinkles anymore. I didn't use any makeup. I'm really proud that I didn't have so much wrinkles. Even my friends were noticing it. And one of my friends even said that I probably found this magical tool that helps me keep young. So I said yes. But it's just when you start doing the program, you really start seeing the changes in digestion, on your skin, hair, feeling, everything.
That's awesome. And obviously emotionally as well.
Yeah. Because this is what keeps us from going on, I think. If we are too depressed, too anxious, we just don't see the solutions. And yeah, I started in 21-day challenge, the journaling, I think. And you remember when I said after like 6 weeks, there is no more anxiety. I didn't have any anxiety, or no, first it was the fear. I woke up every morning with the fear. I didn't know what I'm afraid of, but after the 21 days challenge, I stopped feeling this fear. It just it just disappeared. So I was wondering if 20 days of doing something can change my feeling so much. What can I achieve if I go in a foundation and advanced program? So this was amazing. And before, I had years and years of this fear. When I just woke up, I did not know why. I felt like something's gonna happen, but I don't know what. So
Yeah.
amazing. Amazing tools.
It is, isn't it? And even just hearing, I do remember you saying that the fear had gone after even just in the 21 days, and I think that's why I was so excited to create it, see how that would all work.
Yeah, and also then anxiety also just disappeared. So now every time I feel something, I go and write. Even my son says sometimes when I start getting angry, just go write it down. So it's amazing how maybe we don't realize at the beginning that those things could be so could make such an impact. They seem so like nothing special.
Yeah.
But maybe for this reason many don't even try it, because we just don't think, how can this help me? It's silly. But when you start doing it and you continue doing it, then you see the results. So it's amazing how this can change our lives, our health, our emotions, everything.
What was that like when you started to really notice what was happening in your body and the improvements?
Amazing, because you know that I struggled first, and you just kept saying, just keep going, just stay in, and I did, and then suddenly there was less pain, and there was less pain, and you know that my biggest concern was the blood on the stool, and during my last period, which I had last week, there was almost no blood anymore, just one day a little bit. I was so happy.
Amazing.
This was my biggest concern. So every month I could see changes, less pain or less blood or less constipation, no more pain in the leg, or no headaches anymore. Just slowly things were getting better, and it's amazing when you see that your body can really do it, and then you start believing in yourself, and it's getting easier. So the hardest thing is at the beginning, when you don't have anything to say, okay, this is working, but just, you know, like you said, having faith. And you kept believing in us. This is so important until we finally see the results.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's so hard at the beginning, isn't it? I think every single woman that starts this journey goes, I bet I'll be the one that doesn't work for.
Yeah. Yes. This is true. I was writing about it a lot. How could you help me if doctors cannot help me, if nothing else helped me? So it was hard at the beginning. Just this faith. Having faith is the hardest thing. And just keep going and just not stopping, although you don't feel any change. And then when the first change comes, you think, oh, this is just, this is not real, or this is just, I don't know why. And it's so good that we have other women who can share their achievements. So I'm happy to be able to share my story with women who are not very sure if they want to do it or not. You know, it was a challenge, a big challenge for me, having a son who needs a mom, who needs someone who is calm, who can play with him. But because of all the pain, I was not able. I had bad days. I was like angry or sad or something. I just could not give him what I can give him now.
Yeah.
And he also learned some things with me. So like writing, drawing helps us release the emotions. And he can use the same tools. And I'm so happy because we managed to get over some things that we had in our relationship or that he had. So it also helped him, not only me. For instance, like now when he comes and goes, before I would be like all sweat and in stress because I would feel discomfort. I would feel this is not okay. But now I don't feel anymore like this. Because I know he's a child.
Yeah.
And it was my decision to stay home today for me and for him. So before I would just get anxious or nervous and you know, but it's much easier to cope with stress now.
And can you remember back to all the physical pain and discomfort that you had when you started the 21-day challenge? Because there's some women who've just started yesterday or on Monday, the new 21-day challenge, and of course I know what they're thinking, I know what they're feeling, I hear and see what they're suffering physically. So if you could like say anything, even just to the women who are just starting the 21-day challenge, what would you say about where you were physically and even emotionally?
Yes, I can remember the pain. I can remember when I was like laying in my bed for days, just grabbing the sheets, and this can still make me cry. Okay.
Yeah.
and all the hot water that I used to just make me feel better. I had like several showers per day because it made me feel better, at least for some seconds or minutes. It was hard. I can remember, yes. And I think no one should have such pain. We really don't deserve it. I think we are all such good people.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, please don't apologize.
Emotional because I did not think about it for a while, so now I can see that my body can still remember it.
Yeah. And it's a grieving process. And this is why it's so wonderful you're coming on and sharing, because there'll be women listening to this that are in exactly that same position that you were in. And you're going to be the one inspiring them and giving them not only hope, but actionable steps that they can take.
Yes, just don't give up, and any light that is shining the way out, just follow it. So you will never regret it. There's nothing to regret at the end of the program. I'm so grateful to meet so many new people, to get so much new knowledge and everything I can use now just to feel better, to make my life happier and easier to live, to make my life even alive.
Yeah. And that raw emotion that you felt there, what was it that was, can you put that into words?
Yeah, I was feeling sad for myself.
Because of old you mean, as in, because what you, because maybe give some background. How long had you been in pain and suffering? I mean, how many years?
5 years, I think.
That's a long time, isn't it?
Yeah.
A long time. And I think that's what a lot of people don't appreciate who don't have the condition. This is not just a couple of days or a couple of weeks or even a couple of months. This is years.
Yeah, for me, I think the hardest it was that I was not able to move. I was not able to walk. Like in the whole month, I had like only 5 days where I could walk around the house, and this was so hard for me. And just, I think maybe this fear of not being able to use your body anymore somehow kept me going. This was the hardest thing for me. I cannot imagine myself just staying in bed or just, not being able to walk. This was so hard for me.
So this is not, I think, again, I talked about this in a podcast yesterday. This was not your little girl's dream of lying around in bed in pain and having only 5 days that you could walk out of the month. I mean, that is no life for anyone.
No. And you cannot do anything. I was not able to go to the toilet. I was doing it like standing because I was not able to, there was such inflammation in my body that everything was pressing all my organs. And because of it, I did not want to drink. I did not want to eat because I knew how painful this would be just to get the urine and stool out of my body. So I was just getting weaker and weaker. And I really would not want anyone to feel like this. But I know that there are so many people, so many women having similar problems. So
yeah, well, even your story by email inspired 2 women to take action, to join the challenge. And
this is so nice. Thank you.
I know, my darling, and you've come so far, and I really hope you're so proud of yourself.
Now I'm all red, but I'm so happy that people can really have faith. This is so important, having no faith.
It's having faith, but it's much more than that. It's having a structured support system that actually works with tools that actually,
Yeah, of course. But just because I said at the beginning, we stopped having faith.
yeah,
This is why I think there should be hundreds, thousands of women in this program.
yeah,
So I think they just stopped believing that they deserve it, that they can feel better.
yeah,
After you start the program, you can see that everything is structured, that Wendy knows what she's doing. Just, this decision to start is the hardest thing to do. This is what I'm saying about faith so much, because I was talking to some women in Slovenia who have endometriosis, but they just like, they don't believe that they can get better. And I'm here to tell you that you can. You really can get better.
yeah,
Just really try to give a chance to yourself, because you deserve it. You really deserve it.
yeah. And of course that giving up of hope is because we've all been there, where we put our hope into the medical field. And the medical field can be amazing for accident, emergency, and transplants and things like that. But when it comes to such a complex condition like endometriosis, the medical field can't handle it. That's why women end up having multiple surgeries for the same condition. So therefore, women end up giving up hope. They think it's not going to work for me, or it's not worked for me. So they think nothing's going to work.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
and that's why these programs are so powerful, because they deal with the complexity of the condition, because
Yeah.
it's complex and you don't know what you don't know. And equally, the medical field don't understand it to the degree that it needs to be understood.
Yeah. Each doctor only knows things about this particular organ or something. Nobody really understands you as the whole body. And it's funny how doctors sometimes think that they know about your body more than you do.
Yeah.
Like I remember my first experience probably with the endo pain, which was almost 10 years ago, actually, when I had just regular, um, my doctor wanted to just check my vagina and everything, just this regular check. And I was like, oh, this hurts. It hurts up my spine. And he said, nothing can hurt you up your back now. Here's nothing. Why would you say this? And I was like, this was such a big pain, and he didn't believe me.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm sure that this was in the tissue, but it was hidden.
Yeah.
So when he touched it, the pain was so awful. And I think this was my first real endo pain. After it, slowly, in the next 5 years, the real pain started to occur. So I'm sure I had some endo tissue before, so maybe since my first period.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel it like so intensively like I did in the past 5 years.
Yeah. And that's it. I think they're just a byproduct of their training. They don't understand how everything is all connected.
Yeah, that's true. They're so specialized about one particular part of the body. They just don't think about anything else, or everything is so separated.
Yeah.
But in the reality, it's not. Also, I'm so grateful that you included all the koshas we say in yoga, so all the parts of our bodies, also spiritual, also breathing, also thinking, everything, emotions, because everything is connected, not only kidneys and uterus, for instance, but also those things.
Excellent.
And I think it's working just because of this, because you were able to somehow understand everything, how it works together, connected. And especially for women like us, for women with endometriosis, I think it's even harder because we are so sensitive that it's so hard to find out why we feel something.
Yeah.
And this program is very well structured so that we can go back and start dissecting everything and just getting to know our bodies and what it helps us, what it's harming our bodies. This was the hardest thing, I think, just to realize what's good and what is bad. But with those food sheets and with all everything we've put away in the beginning, it's a great system.
And that's it. It sounds like even just as you're describing it, you don't have that anxiety and fear anymore because you have an understanding of your body, your whole body, mind, body, and spirit. You understand that you're not a robot with a compartmentalized uterus and nothing else attached to it. You know, you understand how everything is all connected and how everything is all affected.
Yeah, before you just don't realize that there is anything you can do. You feel like your body is doing its own things.
Yeah.
That you cannot control it, or you don't. I think that in some very, very bad pain, we even dislocate from our bodies.
Yeah.
We stop feeling because it's so bad. So getting back in our bodies and start knowing it, start examining it.
Yeah.
So important.
Well, that's it. Because the pain in the physical body can be so overwhelming, you have to almost mentally disassociate from it. But that disassociation then causes its own problems and feelings of fear, anxiety, depression, because we're not supposed to be disconnected from our bodies. We're supposed to be able to read the signs. So when you think back to the 21-day challenge, could you ever have imagined that 7 months later you would be here talking to me as another success story?
I hoped. I think that maybe I did not believe in it, but I still did it.
Yeah.
And now it's happening. So this is amazing. So I did not really think that I'm gonna be there, but I like visualized it or hoped. It was something that kept me going.
Fantastic. And with regards to, so if anyone who doesn't know about what's like how it's all structured, how would you describe the 21-day challenge, the foundation program, the advanced program? How would you give an overview of how or why they would benefit from that? Obviously there's the physical, but
21 days challenge is very easy, I would say, in a way that you just start thinking about yourself, nothing else. But this gives us so much more that we maybe think now, because it gives us some very important foundations for going further. So 21 days challenge prepares us for start listening to our bodies and even start journaling. Yeah. And when you start the foundation program, you already know some things. And this is amazing because this makes your progress happening much faster. So in the foundation program, I've learned so much. I don't even know where to start. You know, just the food, the all the supplements, so many. It's so specific because if you remember, Wendy, at the beginning, I asked you, how deep do we go? How specific, you know? Do we go like broccoli, yes or no, or not? And you said it's very specific, and it really is. It's like, you know, this thing, yes or no. This thing, yes or no. This product, yes or no. So it's very specific, and this is so important because we really, really went so deep. We did not have any like, you know, doubt or anything. We knew exactly what to do and what we should do, what not to do. And I think that advanced program was then the one that it was, I think this was the time when we started, when we already knew our body so well that we were able to go on, and we dive deeper in our emotions, traumas, our past, also in we started using some other products, so it was just going deeper and deeper and deeper. But like I said, 21 days challenge, maybe it seems easy at the beginning, but if you do it like Wendy suggests, it will give you amazing results later.
Yeah.
And foundation programs, then you really go deep. But because of the 21 days challenge, it's so much easier. And at the end, advanced program is just connects everything, like the whole body together. I think the most enjoyable for me was letting myself, spending time with myself.
Yeah.
I just forgot about it, and this was like, and sharing the stories with other women. This is so amazing when you see the results, and you see another person smiling.
Yeah.
And we all supported each other, and this is so amazing.
Yeah. So what does the future hold for you now?
I believe only amazing things. After I started feeling better, I had like all the power, and I wanted to do everything I could not do before. And this is when I needed to stop again. So I somehow decided now that I will take next few months, this winter months, to go to just digest everything that happened to me this year, because so much things happen. I'll give myself time because I need new plans now. I'm able to make new ideas. So before I do them, I really want to dive deep into myself. And doing this, now I know what I have to do. Just take time, rest, and think about it. Because now I'm able to plan. I'm able to remember my ideas, my dreams, and start following them. And I don't want to just skip this. I want to really take time and enjoy this feeling of just being able to plan and to dream again.
And does that feel emotional, the fact that you are now confident that you can now make plans and dream again?
Yeah. Yay! Yeah, of course. This, in Slovenia we say that when you are feeling okay, you have 100 or thousands of wishes, dreams. When you're sick, when you're ill, you only have one to
Yes.
get better. So
yeah, no, that's so true. And what a lovely saying. And it's so true. I mean, they say our greatest wealth is our health. We know that.
yeah, you can really start feeling relaxed. Before I made decisions out of discomfort, out of stress.
Yeah.
Now I can relax and think what I really want.
Which is amazing.
And I let this myself today. Yesterday evening I said I want to have one day waking up and just think what I want to do today, because I can do everything.
That's amazing.
And it's so important to just stop when you are able to just stop and leave all everything away from you and just think, okay, I have so much options. What can I do today? And just enjoy today.
And how does that feel, even to be saying that? I've got so many options. What can I do today?
Amazing.
And what would you?
Almost not real, but now it's real.
It's real. And of course, you had times where you felt like giving up.
Although my health was getting better, I was like, I think there was so many things underneath the surface.
Yeah.
So this is not an easy way, but it's the way which will heal you, because you have to heal so much parts of yourself. It's not just the food,
No.
or it's not just the way, I don't know, you move around, or how you do your exercises, whatever. When you start digging in it, then you see how much things you still have to go through and accept and or change or whatever. So
And almost let go as well, because I think we
yeah, letting go.
and letting go is a huge thing, and it's a hard thing, because for whatever reason, past, or growing up, to be a woman with endometriosis and survive in this overstimulating world, you have to feel like you have to protect yourself and you have to guard yourself, and then you tend to, you may hold on to things for protection, as a safety mechanism, but it's sometimes that can actually be burdening the soul, the spirit, the body.
Yeah.
How did you find the support throughout the programs?
Wendy, it was you giving me the ultimate support in the faith. So I kept listening to maybe even some older videos or live videos, because just when someone is telling you that you can get better, I think this affects our brains probably so much
Yeah.
that we again just keep going. If we would not have this support in our weekly lives, I don't think this would be so easy. I mean, it would be even harder, but it's so good if you have friends. It's so good if you have family that is supporting you. But honestly, they don't really realize what you're going through.
No.
I see that, like, my mom, who is the best person in the world, she even started feeling bad because she saw her daughter suffering. So how someone who is already feeling bad can give you a courage? I mean, she can give me a courage, but that's like something she wants, something she wishes, not something she knows.
Yeah.
So I think the support from Wendy was so powerful, because she was the one who, and also Julie, because they were the one that already walked this path, and this is so important. So it's so worth it. So no matter what you're going through, there's always a way out, and on this way out, you're gonna maybe get even more frustrated at the beginning, because the another saying we use in Slovenia is, when you start cleaning your house or your closet, first what you do is a mess. You throw everything out, and then you start deciding what you're gonna keep, what you're gonna let go. So maybe at the beginning you'll feel like, oh, this is getting just worse, but then slowly everything will get where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. And what would you say to a woman if she's listening to this and she's sitting on the fence and she's saying, oh, I've tried all the surgery, it's not worked for me. In fact, I had a lady email me yesterday, tell me that she's been quoted $200,000 for surgery for her endometriosis. $200,000. I don't even know how that is possible. Yet she's already had 3 surgeries before. So what would you say to a woman who's had multiple surgeries, who's just like sitting on the fence saying, I don't know if I can carry on. Is there another way? What would you be saying to her? What would be your final message to her if she's listening to this?
I knew in my deep down in my body that the surgery will not be okay for me, and in a way I even felt that it's not supposed to happen, and it really did not. So I don't know if I made it up or what, but that there is a way out. There will be a way out. I think the most important thing you should do first is to decide, just to decide what you want, and then the life will show you the path. I don't believe that surgeries can help with endometriosis.
Yeah. So what would you say to someone who is like needing help, made a decision, no more surgery, and they're thinking about joining the 21-day challenge or the foundation program? What would you say to them?
Come. Why not? There is no reason why not to join. I cannot see any reason why would not someone with so much pain be joining this program. Award yourself, give yourself a chance, love yourself. Don't even, I don't know why people are so doubtful, because when I saw the chance, I said, oh, I'm gonna try it because nothing else can help me. I love myself enough that I will give myself a chance. Maybe nothing will change, but at least 5 years from now, I will know I gave myself a chance. So,
you did, and look where you are now, which is amazing.
yeah, make the endometriosis just the stage, like Wendy said now, just the stage to continue your life path. Don't stay there. I see that most people today leave automatically.
Yeah.
Now I started really leaving. Before you think that everything what is important is job, money, family, maybe. But then you see that life is so much more.
Yeah, I think now you sounds like you're going to be living your life by design. You're going to be carving out the pathway and know your own resilience, know your own support system that you have with you, but also know that you're part of a greater community of women who really are really have taken back power and control, and you'll never be alone again.
My celebrations are like awarding myself or somehow with the things I missed. So like I will go back horse riding, not every day, I mean not regularly, but I didn't do this for such a long time just because of the pain.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I can do it still. So this will be one of my celebrations, just to start doing things that I was able to do before and enjoyed, because I know I'm gonna feel so free. And of course, I take myself out for a dinner just to celebrate what I achieved. And I just want to say, maybe just the last thing, that we are really so much more powerful than we think we are. And just start exploring your power. Our bodies can heal.
Yeah.
Just this was what I wanted to say. So we have this in ourselves.
Yeah.
And you can see like other people who are getting better from cancer, from I don't know what, they did something differently from others.
Yeah.
And this program is again something you can do different. And this difference can save your life.
And give you a life.
Yay!
Because it sounds like you've got you have to write that list of all those things that you want to do now, that you can do now.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, I am so proud of you, because again, what people don't hear, don't see, or don't know is the journey that you've been on. And I hope that more women will be inspired from listening to your story, just to take that leap of faith. It's take that leap of faith into action and start with the baby steps. Start with the 21-day challenge, which is such good fun, very little money, but there's so much value in it. And then slowly get a sense of what is possible. We've had women on the 21-day challenge, you have like 8-day periods go down to 3-day periods on the 21-day challenge. They're like, how is that possible? And as you say, losing the fear and the anxiety just by introducing small supportive tools that you go, how on earth would that help with my endometriosis? Because it's amazing, isn't it? You kind of go, because I know that's the biggest challenge I have when people join the challenge, is going, just keep doing it, just keep doing it, just keep doing it. Trust me, it works, it works, it works. I feel like a little parrot, repeating the same things, but I'm so passionate because I know it's so powerful, and it's just helping women like you to believe in themselves and see what is possible for you and recognize your full potential.
Thank you, Wendy, for everything, really. And all the EndoBosses before me and with me. And because I think every woman is important. Also, sharing our stories is so important. There are so many suffering.
Yeah, I think sharing our stories of success, because sadly there is almost an industry of people sharing their stories of suffering, which I know some women need to do, but it's very depressing and disheartening when that's all you hear. So again, thank you for having the courage and the confidence and sharing your vulnerability and sharing your story, because I know it will have a ginormous impact on so many women. And there'll be women saying, oh, I'll wait another month and I'll do this and do that. But by hearing your story, it might just prompt them to don't wait a year, don't wait 2 years, don't wait 6 months. Take action now, because they're like in 7 months how you've totally transformed your body, your emotions, your life. And you did all that. Yes, there was a framework. Yes, there was support. But the power that you now feel comes from you, because you always knew your body, but you just didn't know how to read the signs. And now you do.
Exactly. I tried before, like you said, I'm gonna do this now, I'm gonna try this now. But because there are so many things, it's so hard to figure it out. Wendy needed 33 years. So why would you waste so many years if you can just join and in 6 months you get all the answers?
I know, that's it. That's what I'm like. I would have chopped this right arm off to get all the information. I'd have seen myself decades of pain and suffering. But that said, I've done all the hard work. So you guys get to do the fast track, and obviously, as a caveat here, it does require lifestyle changes. And yes, it's tough at times because we're asking you to make changes, but it is absolutely worth it to get the results and to have the power and control.
Yeah, exactly. Come and join and start living your life because you deserve it.
Absolutely. Well, look, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you and appreciate you coming on here, because I know it takes such courage and confidence to do so and expose yourself and your vulnerability in your journey. But I'm really proud of you, and I'm proud of your accomplishments, and just make sure that you always make you number one.
Yeah. I will. I'm doing my best, and this is I'm so proud of myself. I look younger, I look brighter.
Yeah.
It's amazing. The transformation is really amazing. And also, Wendy, I saw like some pictures of you before, of years before, and then I said, look, Wendy is younger and younger. This program definitely works. And it's so good.
It's awesome, and it's only just going to keep getting better.
Yeah, that's the best part of it. It's just getting better and better. So best is yet to come.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's so funny when we talk about my story because I see myself smiling all the time in this screen. 8 months ago or in January, I was not smiling. So now I think that this smile can really tell you that I'm not faking, I'm not making it up. It's just how amazing you will feel when you will make all those steps and start getting better. So
Absolutely.
you will have your smile on your face too. Yeah, we have all been amazing. I would need to thank Wendy and all the EndoBosses and all my friends, my family who believed in me, who just having this faith and giving me a chance, supporting me in all the ways. This is so amazing. Having so much people around you that believe in you makes it so much easier. So with Wendy and all of her support, you're gonna make it. I know you will.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on. You're a superstar and you've only just begun.
Yay! Yay! Thank you, really, for everything, for the chance to share my story, my success story, and thank you for you did, because you did not stop when you had your pain, and you kept going so that you can now help all of us around the world. Thank you, Wendy.
My pleasure. Look, at making me emotional.
Why would only I cry?
I know. Oh my goodness, it's just such a joy to see.
Thank you, Wendy. See
you
you.
later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Heal Endometriosis Naturally with Wendy K Laidlaw, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and rate us. If you're interested in learning more, you can download your top 5 jumpstart tips at healendometriosisnaturally.com and jump on the VIP email list. Remember to keep you number one, for the world needs a healthy you.